Hello and welcome to the I Am Devon car vlog. I am finally back in my car again. I did do a vlog last week, but it got interrupted by a heated debate over the iPhone versus every other phone out there apparently. But that was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's my last video on my feed. Very interesting. It seems to have exploded everywhere on Twitter and on articles. And I'm winning. Yeah. Well, I think I'm winning. Oh man, what a crazy few weeks it's been. The Olympics is here finally. Well, not here, but I mean they arrived in our time space. Our time space continuum. We have now got the Olympics and everyone is competing. We've done really well, I think. Well, to start off with, we got Cameron, who's now won that gold medal and broken a world record. So congrats to him. I think that's awesome. I also like the Olympics because they give us a break from all the rugby. I am flipping sick and tired. There's just no break. There's rugby the whole year round. And for rugby fanatics, that's awesome. It's great. It's wonderful. But it's like every weekend now, our whole weekend has to be planned around the rugby. And it's just, it gets a little much. I mean, can we have a break? Can we just chill out? I mean, can we do something else other than go to a pub and watch the rugby or do something, I don't know, a little bit different? It's just frustrating. Like even on my birthday and brought my mates around, I was like, my idea was like, let's make some pizza and have some sangria. Ended up everybody was in the living room watching the rugby while I was making pizza. It's like, it kind of misses the point, right? Maybe I was a terrible host. Probably was. But yeah, I don't know. I just think there's far too much rugby on there. And I was like, I don't really follow sports. Maybe that's my biggest problem. I'm more into the alternative stuff, if you want to call it that. The paintball and the motocross and snowboarding. That's exciting and it's fun. It's just, that stuff for me is just the greatest stuff to watch and just to be entertained. I mean, those guys are crazy, the stuff that they do on those kickers and I don't know, that for me is a feat of human talent that is, going beyond the bounds of what is physically possible. And I think it's just so incredible to watch, and it's exciting for me to watch. It's like, rugby can be exciting, when you get in the moment of it. I'm not saying, I guess I am saying rugby can be a little bit drag. I don't know. I'm going to get lambasted for saying that. But that's just me. I don't know, maybe I'm a different person. I've never really followed rugby at all in my entire life, but well, there you go. Anyways, that was the one thing I was complaining about. It was something else. Oh, funny thing, this might be the last time you see me on my car vlog again, because my brother's going to Croatia and he wants to take the GoPro with him, obviously, because I made the smart investment. So they want to go and record their trip, so I'm going to be without my GoPro for a week. But that's okay, you guys can deal with it. I'll do another vlog, but maybe not a studio vlog. I think that the studio vibe gives it more of a, I don't know, TV show sort of vibe. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different, just to keep it a little relaxed and chill, because I like that. I prefer the way the vlogs go. I feel like I can talk to you guys and communicate and, get in the vibe. It's awesome. Really awesome. So yeah, we'll do something different there. And then the following week, I'm off to Gamescom in Germany. That's going to be exciting. I have got so many cool things to go see over there. I'm going to go meet all of our publishers, particularly Activision, who have got quite a big lineup coming up, and Square Enix with the Hitman stuff. Sure, some really cool things happening there. And I'm going to be in Germany for a little bit, so I'm quite excited to do some touring of the town again. I did previously do some touring of it, and I took lots of footage of the cathedral there, the actual town, walking around there. But at the time I was using an iPod, and the picture quality was a little bit crappy, and I'm very pedantic when it comes to picture quality. I want to make sure my high-res stuff is high-res, and then you can see me in all my glory, make sure that I'm looking beautiful. I really am that vain. It's terrible. No, I'm not that vain. You can see I'm having a terrible hair day. Terrible hair day. I need to go find a barber to lawn mow my hair so I can look a little bit more decent. It's been interesting. It's been so busy. And I've changed banks as well, so that's been a fun process. FNB called me. Steve called me and he was like, "Do you want to come to Beep Bank?" And I was like, "No, I'm moving to FNB, but thanks." So that's been fun. It's been, I don't know, I guess FNB have been helpful in like changing over everything, but it's been a little bit stressful because now I've got debit orders coming off of both banks. I need to make sure I've got enough money in the one bank to make sure that all the debit orders come off correctly. A little bit of hair raising at the moment, so I don't want to default on anything. So doing that's a little bit crazy. Speaking of crazy, I have submitted my brief to my builders to build my new house, which I'm excited about. That's going to be hectic. I am a little bit nervous because that's going to cost me a lot of money, and I might be living on bread and water for a little bit. So that's it. Speaking of eating, my Sleek Geek Challenge is coming to an end this week. I've done so well, personally. I think I've done really well. I did my 5-week submission or weigh-in on what I've been doing. I have lost 3.5% body fat. So I've dropped from, I was a high 15 now to a high 12% body fat. And my trainers want to get me on single digits. That's a lot more stricter eating, and I'm not sure I can do that. But yeah, I think a lot of it has had to do with how I've been eating. And a lot of people get a little bit wary about that, like, "Oh no, now you're on a veggie diet," and what. Not really. I eat a lot of meat, a lot of chicken, a lot of fish. Basically what they're saying is that I have to get, because of the training that I do every day and because it's so intense, I have to eat around 200 grams of protein a day. So for every meal, I've got to try and reach like 40 grams. And I have to eat 5 meals a day. So to keep my metabolism up, I'm not saying that every meal has to be 40 grams, but I have to try and match that. So I'm on a lot of meat and a lot of veg. But meat is important as well, particularly chicken and fish and spinach. I have to change, and it's actually, I had this big hoo-ha in my head about eating spinach. I was like, "Oh, spinach sucks," and like, no, it's not. It's really actually quite good if you prepare it properly. And they were right. It actually did taste really good. So looking forward to those results. They're going to be quite cool. I am trying to organize competitions for the people who watch my vlog, because I really love you guys, and I want to give you something back because you give me a lot of joy when I do this. And I love the feedback that I get from you guys. I love the questions and the poking and going on and whatnot, like, what's going on, why is this, and what. So I'm trying to get involved with a particular company, which I'll reveal more at a later stage. They're very cool. So, and it's nothing big, it's quite small, but it's very cool. So hold thumbs that all comes together, and it'll be quite exciting. But anyway, I'm going to go fight with traffic now. So if you have any questions, I know I'm back to my regular vlogging stuff, and I'm quite excited to do the Gamescom thing. I'm going to do a whole vlog on the Gamescom scenario, which might be like a couple of episodes, because I'll be there for quite a few days, like 5 nights or something like that. So yeah, and I'll be recording my whole trip from start to beginning. So excited for that, and I hope you're going to watch it, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. Anyways, like and subscribe to my videos, leave a comment below if you want something to say, and yeah, I will catch you next week, not in the car, but yeah, it'll be cool. Later, ciao. The iPhone has failed to innovate, and I will concede, first off, that the iPhone was one of the revolutionary phones that came into the industry and changed cell phone technology for the better. But since its first version of the iPhone, I don't think it's actually innovated in any sort of way. It's the same phone. The only difference is now you have a better processor power, you have a better camera on there, but there's nothing else. It's still the same touch technology. It's still riding on its application.